Have you ever wondered what it would be like if winter never came? Well, for the residents of northern New England, this thought is becoming a reality. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the season you've been waiting for is nowhere to be found. Instead of the usual snowfall, the skies are pouring rain, making the winter feel more like a prolonged fall. This isn't just a minor inconvenience, it's a major disruption for those who rely on the winter for recreation and livelihood. Snowmobiling, ice fishing, and skiing, beloved winter activities, are becoming increasingly difficult to enjoy. The trails for snowmobiling are damaged due to the lack of snow. Ice fishing is almost impossible because the lakes that should be frozen solid by now are still open. Even the ski resorts are struggling, with smaller operations that lack snowmaking capabilities facing the harshest impact. As we grapple with these changes, it's crucial to remember that these are more than mere shifts in weather patterns. They're signs of a larger issue at hand. As the snow fades away, so does the familiar winter landscape of New England. Imagine a ski resort without snow. Sounds impossible, right? But that's the harsh reality for many small operations in New England. The winter season, a time of snow-capped mountains and exhilarating downhill runs, has been uncharacteristically late and rainy. The lack of snowfall has left ski resorts scrambling to keep up, with many turning to man-made snow to fill the void left by Mother Nature. It's like setting up a beach without the ocean. The artificial snow does the job, but it's not quite the same. The resorts invest heavily in snowmaking capabilities, but the cost is high and the process is energy-intensive. This reliance on artificial snow is particularly tough for smaller operations. Without the financial muscle to invest in snowmaking machinery, they find themselves at the mercy of the weather, and as of late, the weather has not been kind. Adding to the woes, a December storm wreaked havoc on the trail system. Bridges were washed out, further damaging the ski resort's ability to operate. The trails, once bustling with snowmobiles and skiers, now lie empty and damaged. The consequences are more than just financial. The impact on local communities, the loss of jobs, the disappointment of visitors, it's a ripple effect that's felt far beyond the slopes. Without the white blanket of snow, these ski resorts are facing an uncertain future. But this isn't just about a few ski resorts. The changing weather patterns in New England are part of a global problem. The unusually late winters and increased rainfall we're seeing are not mere anomalies. They are stark signs of global warming, a reality we can no longer afford to ignore. In the grand scheme of things, it's not just about the disruption of recreational activities. It's about the ecological balance that's being disrupted, the wildlife that's being affected, and the communities that rely on these weather patterns for their livelihood. When lakes that should be frozen by January are still open, it's not just the ice fishermen who are affected, it's the entire ecosystem of the lake. From the fish that live in it, to the birds that feed on those fish. When snow trails are damaged, it's not just the snowmobilers who suffer, it's the small businesses that rely on the tourism industry, the jobs that are lost, and the communities that are impacted. These changing weather patterns are a worldwide issue. They are happening in New England, yes, but they're also happening in the Alps, in the Rockies, in the Himalayas. It's a global chain reaction, and it's accelerating. As we move forward, we need to acknowledge the role we've played in this. We've contributed to this global warming through our actions, through our choices, through our silence. And now, as the winters disappear, we are left to face the consequences of our actions. So what can we do about it? Is there a way to bring back the winters of New England? The answer is complex, but not impossible. The first step is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Simple changes in our daily lives can make a big difference. We can drive less, recycle more, and even switch to a plant-based diet. Next, we must invest in renewable energy. Solar, wind, and hydroelectric power are not only sustainable, but they're also becoming more affordable. By making the switch to clean energy, we can significantly reduce our carbon footprint. Lastly, we need to push for stronger climate policies. This means voting for leaders who prioritize the environment and holding them accountable. We need policies that limit emissions, protect our natural resources, and promote sustainable practices. The disappearing winters are more than just a local inconvenience. They're a glaring sign of a global crisis. And while the situation may seem dire, remember that change is possible. It starts with us, with our actions and our decisions. The disappearing winters are a wake-up call. It's time for us to take action.